Hello everyone, this is Dhruvajyoti and welcome back to HackCert. So in today's video, we'll be taking a look at a operating system named React OS, which is actually an open source version of Windows, kind of. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at how to download and install that operating system in VMware, alright? So let's begin. So in order to get started with the installation of React OS, you need React OS as a whole. So just visit this particular website, reactos.org. I'll leave the link in the description. So this website has this kind of an interface. It says React OS is a free operating system. It is a community operating system, blah, 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 blah. Now you can see a download it option over here. Just click on it. And this will basically take you to the downloads page. Now herein you need to choose this particular option which says that download boot CD. Just click on it and it will take you to a donations page. As you can see over here, if you want to donate something to the project, then you can donate by entering a certain amount of pounds in here. But for this video we are not going to donate anything, so we'll just click this link. No thanks, let's proceed to the downloads page. And this will basically redirect you to the sourceforge.net website, wherein you will see a timer right in here of 5 seconds and it will basically start the download. Now this will be a 106 MB file. The ISO file is 106 MB in size. So I'm not going to bore you out through this download process. I have already downloaded it. So let's close this one. The other thing that we need is VMware Workstation Player. I recommend you use the free version unless and until if you want to pay for the paid version. So you can, in this case I'm using Windows, so I'll be needing the Windows Windows version. Otherwise, if you are using Linux, then you can download the VMware Workstation 15 player for Linux, alright? And then you can, after you have downloaded it, simply install it like any other software you install in Windows. Next, and it will simply install, alright? After the installation is completed, you may get a shortcut on your computer. Otherwise, just search for VMware Workstation or just type in here VMware in the search bar. Then you can see VMware Workstation 15 player. Just click on it. This will basically open up VMware. Alright, so once VMware opens, you will get this kind of an interface. Over here on the left hand side, you can see some of the operating system like Metasploitable 2, Kali Linux, XFCE. All these things will not be there in your case. I have these extra virtual machines installed. I use it for testing purposes and learning purposes as well. So in order to create a create a new virtual machine, just click on this home option if you haven't already, and then select this option, alright, which says create new virtual machine. Alternatively, you can click on this player option, then file, and then new virtual machine, and this will basically bring up this particular wizard. Now click on this browse option and go to the location wherein you have downloaded that ISO file, alright. Mine is in this particular location, so I'll be selecting this React OS 0.4.11 and just press open. It says could not detect which operating system is in this disk image, so that doesn't matter. If you get this particular error, you don't have to worry. Just click next and select other over here, and from this drop down menu select other 64-bit, or you can simply select other, alright, and click next and give your virtual machine player a name. I'm giving it React OS. And this location wherein the files of the virtual machine will be stored, you can leave it as default, whatever it is, and just click next. And from here it is asking you to give a certain amount of space to the virtual machine. So the disk size, it is by default selected 8, but give it 20 GB, alright. And select this option which says store virtual disk as a single file and click next. And from here you can customize the hardware. You can give it as many processor cores you want. If you have a high-end processor like quad core processor, then you can give it dual core. Otherwise you can give it a single core if you have a low-end processor. And this operating system is not a resource hungry operating system, so you can give it a single core, it will work absolutely fine. And in case of the memory, which is the RAM in this case, you can give it half GB of RAM, 512 MB, and just click close, alright. And now click finish. You will see React OS appearing up in here on the left. You can see React OS right in here, and just click play virtual machine. This will basically start start booting React OS in VMware. You can see all the booting process is going on. So give it some time. It will eventually bring up all the menus and all that stuff. You can see it is asking you to select a certain language. I am selecting English United States, and then just click enter. Again click enter. Now it's asking you to accept this device setting. You can click enter. Select this option which says unpartitioned space 20,479 MB. Just press enter. Format partition as fat file system quick format. Press enter. And now it will ask you to simply press enter to continue, and just press enter. It is asking you to provide a certain name. By default it has selected React OS. Just press enter, and now it will start the installation of the operating system. This can take a varying amount of time depending upon how much RAM you have given, how much CPU, how many numbers of CPU cores you have given, and also how powerful the CPU in your computer is. Alright, now I'm not using a very powerful CPU in my computer, so you can see it's taking a little while. But in your case, if you are using, let's say, i3 or something, or maybe even above that, then yours will not take much time. But still you saw that it didn't take much of a time. And it says it is giving you 4 options right in here. Just select the first one which says install bootloader on the hard disk, and it says that your computer will boot in 13 seconds, 12 seconds. So let it reboot automatically. You can obviously press enter to reboot the computer, but let it do its job automatically. Alright, so let's wait for the reboot process. Alright, so as you can see, it's rebooting and it has given us another menu. Select the top option which says React OS, or even if you don't select anything, it will automatically select that. So let's let it select automatically, and now it's in opening or booting up React OS. And let's make this full screen. Alright, that is installing the devices. This may take some time. Alright, so once that installing devices process has completed, you can see that you will get this kind of a wizard. Just press next, again press next, again press next, and now give your computer a certain name. I'm giving my name itself, Dhruvajyoti De. And in the organization section, you can give a certain name of your choice. You can put in your own name as well if you want, but I'm giving in here HackCert. You can give any type of a name, alright, it doesn't matter. And just press next. Now it's asking you to give a certain name to this computer. You can leave it as it is. You can enter an administrative password, but since we are only using it for testing purposes and you will not use it in our day-to-day life, so you can leave all these things blank. Alright, so just press next. Now you can select the time zone from in here. I'm just leaving it as it is. And now you can select the type of theme that you want to choose. It has 2 types of themes. One is the Lotus theme and another is the classic theme. I recommend going with the classic theme because I have personally used the classic theme and I don't have any knowledge about the Lotus theme. If you come across any bugs, then I can't help it. So select the classic theme option and click next. Select the typical settings option and click next, and select this option. Alright, no, this computer will be part of work group, and press next. And this will start to install some DLL files and all, and eventually it will ask you to reboot the computer. You can simply click finish to reboot the computer once again. And as you can see, React OS is shutting down and it will basically reboot. Once again, you just press enter. Alright, so as you can see that the React OS booting process has completed. You can see you can install the drivers if you want, but it will basically not install. Alright, so if you click finish again, you will get this option. Just press cancel. So you can see the interface looks like a typical Windows server, the older ones. The first thing that I would like or want you to do is go to the start button over here on the bottom left hand corner. Go to settings and select control panel. Everything is just like Windows. Alright, go to display and go to settings in here and just select the resolution as per your device. Alright, so I'm selecting 1366 by 768 pixels and just click apply. Click on this yes option. Okay, and as you can see that the React OS has come in full screen. You can see my computer option over here. You can just double click that, and you can see local disk C, or you can see a D drive as well. So you can see everything is just like a typical Windows operating system. All right. One interesting thing is that inside the My Computer section, you can see control panel is present. You can access control panel from here as well. Otherwise, you can go to the start option, go to settings and control panel. You can access control panel in this way as well. All right. So herein you can see the date and time, display, and other options that you typically get inside the control panel. And then you have the recycle bin, the application manager, command prompt, and then you have a readme file. You can simply open it up and read what is React OS and other things, the FAQs and all that stuff, the credits and everything. Then you have my documents. This will basically open up the documents part. I don't have anything inside documents, so it's showing blank. Otherwise, you can go to my computer, then local disk C, documents and settings, administrator, and you can see from here, where is that? Yeah, you can see desktop, whatever things are there inside the desktop, my documents. See, it is completely blank. Music, pictures, videos, etc. All right. Then you have command prompt. Command prompt, as you have seen in Windows, you can maximize this. It's like Windows XP. All right. If you have used Windows XP, or if you have experience of using Windows XP, then you must have seen that whenever you maximize the command prompt, then it shifts towards the left hand side. Similar is the case in here. And herein you can type in the commands as you would type in a Windows command prompt. All right. So if I type in here dir, then you can see it lists all the files. Then if I type in here, let's say notepad .exe space test.txt, then this will basically open up notepad. All right. So it says that this particular file does not exist. Do you want to create one? You can create one file and then simply save it. Also, you can travel to a certain directory as well. Like, let's say, for example, if I want to go to this desktop directory, then I can simply type in cd desktop, and you can see I'm inside the desktop. And if I type in here dir, then you can see all the files and everything that is in the desktop. It appears right in here. And I can also clear the screen by simply typing in cls. So you can see it has cleared the screen. Now if I just go on to the start button, let's show you some start button options. You can see programs, you can see accessories. Herein you will get notepad, you can get paint as well, the paint that you see on Microsoft Windows. You can scribble or draw whatever the hell you want. You can save it as well, and I don't want to save it right now. Next you get options like you get WordPad as well. If I open up WordPad, as you can see, it's like the one that you generally see on Windows XP. Same is the thing right in here. Then you have administrative tools like device manager, event viewer, etc. You have some games as well like Spider, Solitaire, Wine Mine, etc. Then startup is empty. React OS application manager, React OS Explorer, documents are empty. Then settings, you have some, you can do some network connection settings, printers and faxes, taskbar and start menu, control panel. I have shown you the control panel. Help and support, then you have the run command. Like if I type in here cmd, then I'll basically open up the command prompt. Then also you can log off the administrator and also shut down the system. All right. Now one thing or one problem that I faced with this React OS is the internet connection problem. I mean, if I just go on to the React OS application manager, you can see it doesn't update the database. It will continue like this, and eventually it won't give you any internet connection. Let's see if I'm lucky enough in this case. Oh my god, it did bring up. YouTube is lucky for me. Let's see if it opens up this website. Goodness me, it's opening. Few days back I installed it and it didn't open, and it hanged. My god, it's opening. I'm absolutely shocked. So let's cancel out of it. So you saw A few days back I installed it in VMware the internet was not working, but when I installed it in VirtualBox it was working. I thought about making this video with VirtualBox, but with VirtualBox I was facing another issue, so I thought about making it with VMware, and this time I installed it and internet is working. My god, you guys are lucky for me. Give this video a like for this. So you have some office tools, like you can install LibreOffice if you want, and if you go to the internet and network section, then you can install Mozilla Firefox. Just click on Mozilla Firefox and just click on this option, alright, it's which says install. I am going to install Opera from here, alright. Where is that? Right in here, and just click install. This will basically download the Opera browser. Right, so as you can see, it is I did cancel it. No, it's right in here. So as you can see, it's asking us to install. It has asked us the particular language we want. I'm selecting English, and it will basically install this, all the files and all that stuff. Then start setup. I accept. Next, install. Let's see what happens. You can see an Opera logo has come up. Finish. Close out of this. Alright, so as you can see, the Opera browser has opened up. This page is not found. Just like my girlfriend, not found. So if I visit Google, what the hell? http google.com, which is currently unavailable. What? Did I type in everything correctly? FB. There must be some issue with this particular browser. Showing Facebook login right in here. Let's see what happens. It has opened up Facebook. So as you can see, you can surf internet in this way as well. It has the Wine Internet Explorer installed by default. If you don't know Wine, if you are a Linux user, you'll probably know what Wine is. It is basically a tool that can help you run Windows utilities in Linux, alright. So Wine Internet Explorer is installed in this. But anyways, that was a quick and simple overview of this particular operating system. I don't know whether the exploits in Metasploit do work against this particular operating system or not. I haven't tested it personally, but I was totally surprised by the internet connection that happened in here. It wasn't working the previous time I installed it, but this time it actually worked. So maybe because I'm recording, that's why it has happened. But for that, just give a like to this video, alright. So that's it for this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.